Hello! Oh my gosh, it's been so long since we last played Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm sorry it's been so long. I like this game, it's just that there's been a lot of people on that have been wanting to do multiplayer stuff together, so I've been kind of putting this one on the side. And I don't want to do that because I love this game. But anyway, we are gonna hop back in to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I think last we left off, it's been a while, but I think last we left off, we had found Sakura's, spoiler, we found that Sakura had passed away. And here she is in all of her loveliness. And we had just finished, I think, the investigation part of this room. I think we looked at everything that we could. Let me check. We need to talk to the others and see what they have to say.
Hey.
So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right? Yay! Yeah, we're back!
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence. I already read all this. Can I not? I can't leave through there, I just have to press circle. Yeah, let's leave the area. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Did they, though? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. What if they try to commit the murder? And I'm the one that's about to get murdered. Okay, so we're looking at Togo. And we're looking at Hero. I'm scared. I don't like that the hallway is lit red. I mean, who's afraid of a color? But like, everybody knows that red is a scary color in scary movies. How's anyone still left in this school? I know they're dwindling. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds...
You know?
Was that Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check on something. It's about how Sakura wanted me to meet with you. Or no, how Sakura wanted to meet with you. What? How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
What? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? Are you confessing to a murder, Hero?
Did you do it? But I'm the only one she wanted to meet with. I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. I hate that he calls her Ogre so much. It's just a murder hallway, says Gabe. Oh, there's an Apom you can catch. I don't need an Apom, I already have the Ambipom. So I'm just not going to throw for that one. Yeah, it is pretty much a murder hallway, though nobody has died in the murder hallway yet. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like, in passing. Gotta be honest, this was super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look
I
at
haven't
me!
seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do you still have it? Let's see. Hero was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it doesn't look like I have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? It looks just like the candy wrapper from before! Quick as the wind, he snatched it back up again. And he shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, he quickly slipped back into his room. He said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Interesting pocket trash you have there, Hiro. Highly suspicious. And yet, it's too easy. This game never makes it as easy as the first suspect being the actual one. But maybe that's just what they've trained you to do so far. And maybe this time it is actually what it seems. I don't know, I just don't like Hiro. I wouldn't mind him being out. Ding dong! And after a few seconds... Oh good, it's you and not the crazy one. Just kidding, you're both crazy.
Who's there?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood. I don't think she's ever been in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Huh, I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Maybe Toko didn't and Genocide Jack did. Who knows? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. There's more to it than that. There has to be. Toko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? We should start at the chem lab! Can we teleport there? Oh, Byakuya is there. What are you doing in the chem lab, Byakuya? Up to nefarious dealings? Trying to tamper with the evidence?
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. How about frick off, jerkwad? Get out of my crime scene. Obviously, there's been a terrible accident here. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important, right now. It's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf. I have to be careful not to step in it. Looks like other people have already stepped in it. Is there something missing here? On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. Obviously. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Heck you, Byakuya! Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
Fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I consider this part of the section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. I don't think you know. You might have to. Let's see what's on this shelf. All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Ah! But there's also a dangerous one on the side. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's a C and I in there! Could someone have put it here on accident? I should try and find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like they're split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary blah blah blah. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A, but what concerns me is in this section there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of your handy notebook. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. But can we really trust a single word that comes out of Byakuya's mouth hole? Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Mysterious footy prints. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Oh gosh, we're getting into maps now. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. Yeah, we didn't need to draw that to realize that. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Unless somebody had scooched the shelves to the right. I don't know. These footprints must be.
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. You know what they say about big footprints? Big shoes. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Sure, how come it didn't get out of my truth bullet section on my handy dandy notebook? There's a
bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. Remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Kept C4, so looks like someone's left footprints in the powder. I already did that. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side. According to Byakuya, the powder could have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Oh! Okay. So I just had to say all of what I've already said again. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should have another look around the rec room. Alright. I don't know why, though. Do I want to talk to your snob face again?
I see.
Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Boy, I'm the one that's been solving all of these murders so far. You're the one that's been muddying up the clues. Don't even at me. Don't even at me, Byakuya. Oh, he really grinds my gears. What? I'm open the map. Go down to the rec room. Alright, who's been fiddling with the evidence in here?
Hey,
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying. Yeah, obviously Hiro's lying. I mean, he has to be, right? Or is he just genuinely that awkward?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. They said something about Monokuma bottles. I forget the other two. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue. Something new. Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Rook, castle, bishop. Is that king or queen? I don't know. Two are close, two are far. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? Yeah, please.
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Dot, dot, dot. I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle has been updated with the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Oh, there's a wild Litwick. It's a ghost candle Pokemon. I want it. Oof, I hope I got it. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so I'm glad you find him obnoxious too.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. Is some of the glass from the Monokuma bottle in the chem lab? I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? the pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It makes sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Boop. It's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, even though the chess pieces are different sizes. Interesting. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight, except for the chess pieces.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see that it would be balanced? Or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. An Akuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So she was bludgeoned with a different bottle, but they've dropped one of the Monokuma bottles to make it seem like she was hit with one of the Monokuma bottles. Well, I don't know what that means. Kyoko said the magazine shop was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Oh, it's one of Hifumi's magazines is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word has been written in bloody letters. It says Toko. Oh, man. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
what the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Oh, you're always so quick to jump on the pointing the finger of who's the killer. Tina, I think you gotta use your noggin. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Yeah, who else's handwriting is like that? What else did she want me to look at?
In other words, hey,
We already did that. Oh. And the bottles have something in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden there. Okay.
so,
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Yeah. We already read all this.
hey, correct. So,
Candy wrapper? Yeah. We talked about that too.
Ah, okay.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still sometimes... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Then, how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here. Oh, she has some of that yellow powder on her shoe.
correct.
Shoes. You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullet section of her handbook. And it's on top of her shoe, meaning that her footprints could have been the ones in the yellow powder.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look
it's
carefully.
true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anybody but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Oh no, is this the end of the investigation already? I have no clue. Literally my brain empty on this one.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Oh,
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I don't know what to...
See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Welp. I don't feel prepared for this at all, and I also kind of forgot what happened last time, so this is gonna suck. And all the class trials just keep getting harder and harder, so... Sorry if I screw this up, guys, but we're gonna make it through it together. When Akuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after the other, and then...
The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What the...
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Oh, Akuma. You two-faced... jerkwad.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD.
This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes you look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Cry face.
He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator.
Shock face.
I'll see you all down there.
Kirby dance. Well, what the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. That's very convincing, Hero. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And more beautiful and graceful. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? I don't understand these secrets you're trying to tell me about, Kyoko. Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Alright, alright.
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? Well, she is, But because I didn't do it, how many times do I have to tell you? The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Wait, can I do my... Oh, it won't let me do my skills until we start the trial. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. Yeah, she did. The most beautiful, graceful, most wonderful character in the whole game died. Instead, we climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. There's only 6 of us now. And there will only be 5 of us by the end of this. Don't laugh at me, Sheba! Did you get past this part? Elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. You're on chapter 6! Holy smokes! That's like one of the last chapters, isn't it? And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? You're definitely winning the race that I didn't want to participate in because I just wanted to enjoy my visual novel, Sheba. But you're winning. That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. So, the curtain opened for the 4th time. This is chapter 4, I think? A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yeah, let's save our data. Yeah, let's overwrite. Yeah. Alright, set the skills. Alright, we got this one now. Is that all we got? Oh, no, we also got handiwork. Reload 2 bullets at once. I don't think that's that useful. Okay, well, we're ready. We're ready as we'll ever be. There's another sandy gas. I don't need a sandy gas.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will
Sheba
determine
got a
the
lit.
results.
Well, congratulations. Littens are cute.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't, Hina. You said this last time too, and maybe even the time before that. We're wrong both times.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura. is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But I'm still not sure it wasn't Hina. But she must have some reason for believing that. She doesn't count. Okay.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying that?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
It's not the only reason.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason did you?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
I meant to... Oops! Shoot.
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of
I got
you
X
killed.
and triangle mixed
Because
up.
you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Kablam!
No, he's wrong.
He was wrong! He's very wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Pocket trash. Hero pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
What about your pocket trash?
No, that's wrong.
You definitely saw her.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What? What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Yeah, you haven't caught a Sandy gas yet, Drew.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is...
I got it!
Oh,
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
I'm thinking! I'm using my big brain! Just kidding, it's small brain today.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was,
Quit lying to us, Hiro.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Wow. Changing your story now, bud?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh, are you trying to frame Toko now, hero?
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How did you know about it? What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Yeah, Hiro, how did you know that? Because you weren't even in the room with Kyoko when she was investigating.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
Interesting.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
The twitching in the corner is great.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Yeah, when?
Well, when we found Ogre's body.
You're so dumb, Hiro.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message with it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope, because he lying again.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Are we doing the bit where he, like, yells profanities at me and I, shoot it down? Oh, no. Magazine dying message. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I have to pull one of his comments, I think.
I can
Where
tell
was
you
it?
exactly when I found the
When Ogre's body. And I can tell you when it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Oops. Nope.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Alright, I don't know if we missed because
I
it
can
hit
tell
a
you
pink
exactly
letter.
when Ogre's body was
the
discovered.
last
I
time.
can tell you when I found it. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Nope. That ain't right either. Right click on the words to silence them, just so you know. I am using a controller, but yeah.
I can tell you
I think I must
exactly
have-
when I found that when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you when it was only
Hit a pink.
after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dot when Ogre's body was discovered.
Yeah, I was right the first time. I hit the pink word first.
When Sakura's body was found, That magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Oh, he went gaha and now it got quiet. You know what happens, what it means when it gets quiet is something weird's about to happen.
Tell us the truth, Hiro.
Okay, no, it's fine.
When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because you're lying.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Sausage. Quit calling her ogre.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
I don't agree with you.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh, is this the rhythm game? Truth. Yeah, rhythm game time.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Take that! Come
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Suck on these eggs, Hiro.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
Sakura's hands were clean, with no blood on them.
both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Yeah.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Ah, thank you for the warning, Drew. Pokemon is imminent.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He's admitting it.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
Why?
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Why are you admitting it? You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
Did you do it on accident? With the candy?
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
It's a Mimikyu! Oh my gosh, I want a Mimikyu. The Pokemon is here, everyone. Let's see what Pokeballs we have. I can throw a great Cherish Ball at it. There it is, yeah. Yay, I caught the Mimikyu! I love Mimikyus, they're so cute. Let me check on my Mimikyu. Is it a shiny Mimikyu? No, it's just a regular Mimikyu, but it's so cute. A ghost fairy. Has a terrible IV though. But it knows Poison Fang, Shadow Bone, Play Rough, and Covet. It's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. You got it too? Did you just use a regular Pokeball? You just used a regular Pokeball and I used a special Pokeball on it. Rats! Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
Oh, she was gonna try to save us all. Hero, you dolt.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
Hero, you're wrong and so stupid. She was going to save you.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Oh my gosh, you fool. How could you kill our savior, the beautiful Sakura?
So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
You probably just knocked her out and somebody else came in and finished her off.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
But that doesn't explain the protein, the broken glass window. Wait, we broke the glass window, and then somebody dropped the protein bottle on the glass afterwards. And that doesn't explain the powder.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Oh, Hina.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, we don't.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Yeah, me too. She had 2 bludgeons on her head, not just one.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro doesn't make sense? Well, what he would have had to do after writing the message doesn't make sense. Why Big Toko? Why didn't he use Sakura's fingers? Why the magazine was hidden?
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said.
Ah,
It doesn't
somebody
explain why the
saw the
magazine was
book
hidden, does it?
and wanted to hide it. Well, if they really wanted to hide it, they should have burnt it somewhere.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
Toko.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
And who would have reason to do that other than someone whose name was written in the pages?
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. Toko.
It had to be Toko, right?
Was Hina actually right from the start this time?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean? What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Oh, no, there are many different bullets now. I don't like that.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first ring, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious Hiro really is the killer?
Okay, only once. I got it now. I got it. Yeah.
I grabbed him on a coop and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her.
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
Smoked it. We're doing great, guys. We're doing pretty good.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Who could forget?
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
How do you know that? Or 2 broken Monokuma bottles?
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Ah, okay. I see. There's 2 different types of chess pieces missing from the board, including the horse, the knight, and I guess the queen. That's what I wasn't seeing before.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Sakura was a queen.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The connection must be. It's the object in the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Oh, we're doing a dance about it. Hangman's Gambit, okay. Chess piece. It says chess piece. Where's the C? Where's the C? E. Where's the letter E? Take that letter E. Oh, we're looking for the letter S. This is like Sesame Street gone dark. P. E. E. We did it. Amazing. In record time.
That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Yeah, they have that little mini game each time. One time the word was schizo, and it took me a long time to figure out what the word was.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knife, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
Oh my gosh! Thanks so much for the sub, Jess. How are you doing today? It says happy to be here. How are you doing, Miss Mia?
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
Are they still killing their classmates? Yes, and my favorite character just got offed last time, and we're trying to solve her murder right now. We're in the middle of her trial.
And on the ground was the knife.
Grinding on Animal Crossing. I still keep forgetting to, like, upload my Animal Crossing. I still have not touched it in, like, 2 years. I need to, though. I know. All my villagers are going to be like, we want out of here. You've neglected us for too long. We won't touch a single weed unless you're here.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no,
There has to be
it's
a weed in every single spot on my island. Well, you get the happy home update. Oh, is there a new one? Is it something you have to purchase?
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that went missing, it was broken. It was excited.
I got it! The bottle must have been
There's a
broken.
lot of free updates like Brewster, Cap'n, more shops at Harv's Island. Ooh, I haven't been. I've heard that there's been a lot of changes at Harv's Island, but I only ever went to Harv's Island once. What's Brewster and Cap'n?
What makes you so sure?
$25 DLC to design homes at a different island. Does that mean you have to start over on a new island? What does that mean by designing homes? Like you just get to be an interior designer for someone else? Oh, there's a love disc. There's a fishy Pokemon. Uh-oh. I don't know if I have a Pokeball for it.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
We weighed the glass that was broken.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did
Brewster's a
a little experiment.
coffee shop. That sounds adorable. Interior designer for other villagers. That's so cute. That sounds really cute. Do you get anything for doing that? Like, I don't know, money or other things from the DLC?
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the
Congratulations, Jess. You're the only one that caught the rascally fish.
crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside.
Oh, you get money because it's your job and you can buy new items. Oh, like new items for your own house? That you can't get unless you get the DLC. Ceiling items like lamps, you can make actual room dividers? Oh my gosh, that's a game changer. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get the DLC because I haven't even touched the game in 2 years, but if I really get back into it, I might have to get it. Oh, Drew, you missed it by a hair.
But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the cave.
That's how it goes with DLCs. Soon Animal Crossing is gonna be like EA. Some bowling aficionados. Sakura's second attack.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given
What
all
are
the
some of the new
evidence,
items? You
this
said
is the
there's like
only
room
possible
dividers and
conclusion.
ceiling lamps. Are there any others?
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Oh no. Oh no, she's gone crazy again.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Plants! Oh, that's always exciting. And I know you're a plant mom.
Wait, I admit, maybe there
They
was
have some really cute like plant shelves and stuff that I've seen in some people's houses that weren't there when I was playing.
But there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
So it's like a lot of new items. How many are we talking? Like 50?
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
And plant mom.
I'm not afraid
I
to admit
tried
when
to
I'm
be
wrong.
plant mom,
That's
but
just the
I
kind of
killed
guy I
plants.
am.
So Drew is our resident plant mom. We've been trying to grow a new bonsai tree, and it's been not very successful.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after
We
I
had
got
like
over
8 different types of bonsai seeds. I got him like this bonsai growing kit that had a variety of different bonsais and instructions and like for the right fertilizer that each one needs and everything. And we had a bunch of them that were working and growing nicely, but then we were in the hospital so long last year that they all died. And then we were able to get new seeds from the company, and then we were trying to grow some of them again, and it got to be like winter time and kind of gave up on it. I think we only have one type of bonsai that's still kind of kicking, but it nearly died. So like all the lower branches of it have broken off, but I'm looking at it now. The top branches look okay. Bonsais are met was my engagement plant. It's probably the plant I struggle with the most. Yeah. Drew had a bonsai plant that, like, I kid you not, when all its leaves fell off, it looked like a raw chicken. It had like this really bulbous trunk to it, so I used to call it the chicken plant. And it mysteriously died one day for no fault of my own. I think it got dropped or something while we were kept moving. It like shifted in the car and fell out of its planter, and then it never really recovered after that. But yeah, no, our bonsais are super dramatic. There's one that's doing pretty good though. It's called a fire plant. It's supposed to get like kind of Japanese maple leaf colors, but the leaves they look nothing like maple.
So I was waiting there.
I don't know how to
and
talk
that's
about
when
plants.
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
We have a lime green pothos that is doing pretty good.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Yes, pothos are nice. They don't take too much love, and this one's been doing pretty good. Oh my gosh, I just looked over at our plants, and I can see a spider hanging from the ceiling above them. Help! Husband! I summon you! There's a spider!
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, she hid in the locker.
Whoa. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
I'm a spider person in our house. I am not. Spiders are one that I can't deal with. Spiders and centipedes, literally anything that has got more than like 6 legs. No thank you. And I don't want to hurt the spider either. I think they're like good to keep other bugs away, but I just don't want them inside the house. Because I am mostly worried about my son getting a spider bite. Sad octopus? Why sad, homie? A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Oh great, there's a new element. So far you've been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Oh, I don't mind octopi. I don't ever come into like an encounter with an octopus. If an octopus was like stuck onto my leg, I would have different feelings about it. Don't look at me with that tone of voice. It's not hentai. We're not talking about hentai. I like cuttlefish though. Cuttlefish are cute. Select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Press the L1 button. Oh no, I don't want to be set to mean. Oh! What? By the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. This is only halfway? I thought we were so much further along. There's only 5 people living. What do you mean we're only halfway? Alright, here we go.
It's a lie! I did nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! That's enough!
Am I not? I don't understand!
It's a lie!
I forgot what they said already.
Nothing. I hate you. That's enough.
I don't remember what the thing said already. I don't remember!
Shut up!
Okay. Once you destroy the enemy target with the truth bullet, then destroy it by pressing the triangle. If you use the right truth bullet, the statement will be destroyed, but if you get it wrong, it'll take... Okay, I just need to use the L1 button. I'm sorry, I know it just explained all of this, but I was distracted.
No! That's enough!
Okay, L1.
That's enough!
This should prove it.
There was a locker handprint on the thing. I lost too many hearts doing that.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Does it look Toko-shaped?
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Oh no, she doesn't know because Genocide Jill is her counter, or alter ego.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened
We gotta
between you and
question
Sakura?
Genocide Jill, not Toko.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
It was Sakura.
And when I turned around,
Oh no!
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
That is actually terrifying. There's a wild
Saw
Drifloon!
blood. I fainted.
I'm not gonna try to catch it because I've already got a Drifloon.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean Genocide Jill? Oh no, she sneezed.
Guess it's back!
Yep.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully
My
when
gosh,
someone
she's
took me
gonna
away.
bite her thumb off. Like, yikes.
Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time
Oh.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
I knew she wanted to kill Byakuya.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
You tried, though. So that's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Yeah, Hina doesn't seem to be in defense of Sakura after Hiro said that. Did Hina have something to do with this? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one. Not my girl Hina. If she freaking killed Sakura, I'm going to be livid. Livid. I'm going to be absolutely, like, bent out of shape because I thought they were really good friends.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Hi, library! We're solving a murder! You've come right at the climax of trial number 4.
Huh? Not yet.
How are you doing today?
Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story?
Yes, I'm playing Danganronpa. This is my first playthrough of this, so I have no idea what's going on.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the
It
end.
took so much to take down Sakura. She was poisoned. She threw up blood.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted.
I'm on Sakura's murder. My favorite character. I was so sad when I found out that she had died.
Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Do I have to choose? Right now? Oh, okay, no. Kyoko's examination study. Okay, I think it's the yellow powder time.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
No one realized her
You
name
were
was
taken by
Sakura.
surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
So the second shot from Toko would kill Sakura. The problem is, where did Sakura die? It was...
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all
Wait,
of a sudden, Sakura
am I supposed to grab...
You were taken by surprise when you smashed her head in with...
You got it!
And where did the attack take
Right
place?
where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, I gotta pick up the in front of the shelf one. Oh, I don't know. Shoot! Shoot! I lost a heart. Oh no!
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
She wasn't in front of the shelf. She was sitting down on the chair. Okay.
I was just
Okay.
sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden,
I think I figured it out.
You were taken by surprise. You smashed her head.
You got it!
And where did the attack take
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Yeah. Okay, we did it. No one realized that her name was Sakura during the first
We
trial.
found Sakura
Really?
sitting
I don't
upright in
remember
a chair.
that. I thought everybody knew her name was Sakura. They thought she was a dude, though.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, There's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. There was blood in front of the magazine shelf. But it wasn't an attack, it was... She threw up blood. I think it was poison. I don't think this is right.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
I think she vomited blood.
And she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Byakuya wondered who Hina was talking about when she was referring to Sakura, and Sakura answered. He was shocked that Sakura was a girl. No, I've already forgotten that. It's been like, I've been slowly chunking my way through this game for 2 months. What did he think her name was? Or did he just not bother to get to know her?
Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Did she sit down gracefully by herself and pondered life, the world, and everything? And was sad because she had been trying to save her friends from being murdered, and instead was murdered, and sad. Hiro always comes up with crazy accusations. Yeah, Hiro's always so suspicious, and he's just a horrible piece of shit. I want Hiro out of here.
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
I know, Sakura was just the most graceful, most elegant, most beautiful, and she was gonna save everybody. She'd been training for it. She was gonna risk herself for all of us. And these fools killed her!
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Or was it Hina? If it was freaking Hina that did it, I'm going to be so mad. I don't know if this is on the Switch, actually. I'm playing this on the PlayStation.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in a locker is because I saw it for myself.
I got it!
Yes, we peeked through the
Even
window and
before
the
we
locker
opened
was
the
open.
door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Yeah, Hiro needs to stop. Hina needs to stop, but I think Hina might be the one, like, the longer this goes on, the more I think Hina is the one that did this. And I'm about to be so angry.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Why would she betray her best friend right when Sakura was about to try and face off with Monokuma?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
The Monokuma file said she threw up a lot. Okay. Yeah, Monokuma file number 4. I knew it. That was gonna be the truth bullet that we want, I think.
What was it that killed Ogre? It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack. And what was it?
Poison.
There's no other possible cause.
It was poison.
What killed Sakura?
It was
I can't
poison.
think of anything other than the shot to her head.
I was right the first time! Holy smokes! We did it! High five!
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yep.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Her beautiful supple.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles.
I know, that pisses me off that he says ogre. I hate that.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Okay, calm down there.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Wait, Danganronpa isn't on the Switch yet? But it will be in December?
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
She'll go away, you long-tongued chick. Yeah, but I mean, we have been talking about how it might be nice to actually have a prehend file tongue, because you can use it for so many different things.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the
Like
chem
holding
lab
a
up
mirror
on the
for
4th
you,
floor.
so you use 2 hands to do your hair.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety
You
of
can use it
mixtures
to
and
have,
chemicals.
keep both hands on the steering wheel, but use it to, signal if you're turning.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison,
I mean,
but
the
it'll still kill
possibilities
you
are
if you
endless.
drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
There's a wild hunter that's appeared. Oh, I'm out of Pokeballs. Let's see if we can buy some more Pokeballs. Sorry, everybody. Okay. How much money is... Oh, I brought a lot, actually. I thought I had 1,500. There we go. I don't know if we caught it.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as the supplements. Positive.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, congratulations! You got him! Oh, you lucky. I still have not gotten a haunter. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and we were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it was the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
No, he's trying to prove that they swapped the two bottles. Hi, G-Force, how you doing today there?
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
Check and see if your Pokemon are shiny too, because the shiny chance is at like 6% or something.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
He's funny and weird. His thought process makes no sense. Yeah. No, when he, you can check your Pokemon in the About section. You, can actually look at your Pokemon on an interface that kind of looks like Pokemon Go. If you just scroll down on my About section of the page, you have to give the Pokemon panel permission.
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Oh no! Okay. I wonder now if Hina and Sakura were like, okay, we're gonna try and be smart and hide the protein powder that we want in the poison with a poison label on it so that nobody tries to kill us and then an accident happened. If Hina killed her best friend on accident, I'm gonna be so sad.
Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It went into Sakura. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which means that conversely, the poison must have been in. Could it be? Oh, another Hangman's Gambit. It's gonna be protein. Oh, I don't know what the other one is. Where's an E? Where's an E? Protein drink.
Now I understand.
We did it. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing fine.
Must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein pit. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
I knew we should have locked the poison cabinet up the second that we discovered the chem lab.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A cup filled with water.
Not possible. That's way too out of left field. Okay. Nope. I guess it's a Monokuma bottle then. Oh no, no, no. I'm dumb. I really dorked it up. I figured it couldn't be protein drink again. We just said protein drink. Sometimes this game just makes you say the same thing over and over again.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Oh. She tried to feel better and instead she ended up drinking poison.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
It was Hina Banina.
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
A footprint. Must be who we found, what we found in front of the shelf.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around
Still don't know
the
how to
time of
get
the
to my
murder,
Pokemon
which
list.
leaves
I'll
no
try later.
doubt that they're connected.
Okay, if you look at the About section of my page, there's a panel that says Pokemon Community Game, and on the bottom right of that, there's like a little symbol that you click on and give it permissions. And then you have the Pokemon Go interface so you can look at all of your different Pokemon. I wish I could show you on screen, but I'm streaming from PlayStation, so I can't. I could take a screen cap of it and put it on the Discord, though. Thank you for the hydrate.
What's more, the footprints were in front of
Oh,
Section
great.
A,
Yay.
where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
I am so angry.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
How could you do it? I want to slap you in the face.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep,
Why?
I did it. I killed Sakura.
You with your cockatoo hair?
Just as I suspected.
I'll never
The footprints
forgive
were
you.
made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
You promised you'd never kill anyone. Only people wearing sneakers here are me and Hina. Apparently.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones.
I didn't realize I was wearing
So
sneakers.
Byakuya.
I know!
That
Hina
explains why
Banina! Fufina! I thought we were friends! You promised you'd never kill anyone ever! Yeah, Leon's been dead. They throw in some like really easy choices for you sometimes. There's some really ridiculous ones. That's why he asked if they were mine, because they look like sneakers.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
I agree. She should have defended Sakura's honor with her life, but instead she was just... She didn't care at all about
You were in an
Sakura.
awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the
Sakura
crime on
was going
someone
to
else,
save
haven't
you, Hina. Sakura was going to fight Monokuma for you, Hina. You daft hoe. I freaking hate you.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
They were.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that
She
trust to
trusted
kill
you.
her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
What, still?
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
What?
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Ah, okay. She's still talking about the locked room situation. And we broke the glass and then the bottle was found on top of the glass. So someone planted it there, wanting us to find it. And whoever did that was who really killed Sakura.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
There's a silly cobra Pokemon. I don't really want a silly cobra. They're just so silly.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I'm sorry, G-Force. It's been some bad luck with Pokemon for me today, too.
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Were you assisting in her murder, Hina? Why?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Why you sweating, Byakuya? Why you sweating, huh?
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Oh my gosh, are we about to nail Byakuya here?
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
But if you dropped it, how did you switch it?
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true... Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. That's how long, Byakuya. Uh-oh. Dance battle time. Make my argument. Footprints in the powder. Chem lab shelf. Source of the powder. It might be source.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. And I grabbed the bottle and dropped it.
Okay, and then?
But some of it was
I moved from
on
Section
soccer.
C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
I don't know. Where were the footprints and what direction were they facing?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground and...
Yeah. And I grabbed the bottle.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong.
What you're saying make no
You
sense.
said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
You're looking real nervous now, Byakuya.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Uh-oh, what new evidence?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Is it the chess piece?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Was it the chess piece?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh! Why is there a piece of glass from the rec room door in the bottle?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Did he ingest some glass too?
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Okay. Why? I mean, you can just finish it up, Kyoko. You don't need me.
Me?
Bud, if you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something in the same shape of blue.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
A window?
Well, you've got a lot of
The window
Pokemon
we
now,
broke to
G-Force.
get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. But how did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? The bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window. According to what Hina told us, it should have been in section. No, I was wrong. I embarrassed myself.
what's
I thought it was A, but she kept talking about
the bottle
going
of
to section
poison was
C.
left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Why, Hina, Benina, of all people, would you work with Byakuya to kill your best friend? It just doesn't make any sense. I freaking hate your guts, Hina.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Oh.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on
We
top of the
already know
glass.
she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence, there's proof. Someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Just let me choose it from my list of bullets. It's empty protein drink. It was on top of the glass.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my... Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Lies.
It had to be.
It was in there before.
No, what's wrong?
Got you, Byakuya.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it.
We got him now, guys.
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
Why, are you gonna lie to us now?
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Clever girl.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Why did she drink poison?
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Could somebody have made her drink it? There's a parasect. A wild parasect has appeared.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Did she just do it to herself?
Then tell us already.
No.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It was Sakura because she had the powder on her shoe.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. It's because of the powder on her shoes. Are we doing another dance battle? Sure are.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
You got the parasect! Oh, you both did. I still did not. I cannot catch any Pokemon
Did
today.
you know that Sakura's foot had a certain
Let me know
yellow
if you guys
powder
get any
stuck to it?
shinies.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. No. Was it Sakura who killed Sakura?
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
I'm not feeling great, library. I'm feeling pretty poop.
All so she could end her own life.
Why did she want to? Did she think that it would be the best way to get revenge on Monokuma? Did she want to... Was she dying because of the head wounds and she didn't want either of her friends to get killed by Monokuma for having murdered her? She was the purest soul!
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it!
Monokuma
The
forced
locked
her.
room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. and the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it.
Was she depressed because she was willing to take on Monokuma for her friends, and then her friends just tried to kill her?
At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
But I still don't get why
Once
Hina
you were
was
at the
messing
chem
with the
lab,
crimes.
you headed straight to the section where the protein powder
I
was
know,
kept.
This game is called Danganronpa. It's a visual novel
There,
where
took the
you
powder
are
and poured
trying
it into
to,
the
it's
bottle
like a
of
murder
poison
mystery
you grabbed
novel.
from the rec room.
Basically, there are a bunch of high schoolers who are told that the only way that they're allowed to graduate is if they commit a murder and get away with it. And so, for everyone else to survive, if there's been a murder, we have to solve it. And if we don't solve the murder, then everybody else dies. And the one person that gets to graduates.
When you left the lab, all you had
it's
was
kinda
the
like
empty protein can.
Making relationship kind of a game, like Persona. But it's a pretty dark, sometimes dark humor visual novel.
Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Wow, ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Imagine assassination classroom but being trapped in a school and having to murder each other instead of your teacher. What's assassination classroom? Murdering your teacher? That sounds terrible.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
An anime I have not seen.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
Why do you want us to think that you did it?
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is.
Why? I still don't understand.
Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh, great. Not the comic. So they're like, here's a letter, here's a letter, here's a letter. And, Byakuya gets a letter and he looks sickeningly happy about it. Act 2, she shows up. She hides in the locker. She sees Hina. Then Sakura's like, have a piece of candy, Hiro. And Hiro's like, you're gonna murder me! Why would you give me candy? And then he goes and he blaps her on the back of the head because Hiro is a jerkwad. And he smashed her with the chess piece. And then he was like, wow, I'm gonna frame Toko for this. And then he ran the heck away. Meanwhile, Toko, who was in the locker, she exits the locker. And this one and the other one look pretty similar. I don't know if this is her getting out of the locker or going in the locker. I mean, she looks more worried here, which makes me think she's just witnessed a murder. So, let's swap these two maybe. But she does look sweaty in this picture. She looks sweaty all the time, though. I really don't know. I'm probably wrong about these two. I might have to swap them again later. If I got candy and the price was death, I'd do it. You'd accept candy for murder? Here's some candy, but if you take it, I will murder you. She put it back in there upside down on accident. And then Sakura's like, oh, what the heck happened? Why did you bonk me in the head? And then she went, ah, achoo! Oh, she was holding her. She was holding her like a baby because she was like, oh no, you had an uh-oh. And then Genocide Jill tried to blap her too on the head. And this time it was the queen that went. And she made a swirling vortex. Swept everything up. Still, that wasn't enough to kill Sakura. And Sakura was like, I was going to save you fools, and instead you all wanted me dead, so I can't take it anymore. And there she took her own beautiful life because we all disappointed her. Nobody was good enough for Sakura. And then we show up. Hina sees the bottle and picks it up and then is leaving the room. Comes back after everybody's already there, pulls it back out of her pocket and leaves it on the floor.
The killer is you!
There's a golette! There's a wild golette!
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else, and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh good, that was right.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Hi, Smug Vanilla. Welcome. Hi, Yariko. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. How are you guys doing today? What did you just come from? What were you playing? We're solving a murder.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to
This
her
is the
was
climax
Hiro.
of the trial to solve the murder. Playing some Genshin. Oh my gosh, I still have to play all of the Origami Samurai event. I haven't done any of that yet.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Yeah, I've seen Drew play
Took
some
a
of the new
magazine
event.
from the tape to that end, he wrote down a name.
He was having a hard time though because he had a team that was mostly
By
water and
writing
ice.
her
And he
name,
just couldn't
he was hoping to pin
kill
the murder on
the
her.
ice slimes.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing.
Are you done
So
with the
as soon
event
as
now?
the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Does it take a really long
But in
time?
her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also
okay.
saw the blood-soaked Sakura,
So I'm not missing too much really until I'm caught up with
and she freaked out.
what's been unlocked so far. I just finished the Inazuma story
And just
quest.
like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
I haven't started Sumeru yet.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Okay. Plenty
It
of
was the poison that
time.
Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario.
And by
and
then,
then
Hu
drank
Tao
the
might
deadly
be out.
mixture.
That'll be exciting.
And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Why does Kyoko... They really messed up Kyoko's eye.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
I still don't understand. Yeah, Makoto always looks really derpy and, like, clueless. Look at Toko in the back, though. Her freaking hair. I still don't understand why Hina was trying to get people to say that Hina murdered her.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves. In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Why does she want the trial to go to a false conclusion? Everyone would die if it had gotten to a false conclusion, including Hina. Look at the drama on Makoto on the right. Why though, Hina?
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Sakura was going to save us all.
That's...
What happened?
I don't know why.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth? that even I couldn't discern.
Just because Byakuya, you didn't work with Kyoko and I did. That's really the only difference.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
So we're basically training Byakuya how to get away with murder. I got all A's. Holy smokes. I got all A's. I'm passing. Oh my gosh. High five, everybody. We're on the dean's list. Congratulations. No, thank you, library. So many medals. Look, 100. Perfect score. 100 medals.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
But what's Monokuma gonna do now that he doesn't get to exact his punishment? Now you can go to the store. Yeah, I'm gonna buy all my friends who are still alive something. Just kidding. I'm only gonna buy stuff for Kyoko because I hate Hina's guts. I hate Byakuya's guts. I hate Hiro's guts. And Toko is a serial killer. But I kind of want to make it up to Toko because I've failed to get along with Toko too many times.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I gave her the wrong gifts twice in a row.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
But what's voting gonna do? Makoto and Kyoko are the only somewhat normal ones. Yeah, but you never know what's gonna happen in this game. I feel like at any point, Kyoko can turn out to be like something totally crazy.
Maybe you don't want to, but
that,
please
like, Toko
grab your
did.
lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you
Sakura
make the right
was the
choice
blackened,
or
but
the
she was the bright.
dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's not like he can do anything to Sakura. She's already gone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet, why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. You wanted all of us to die? What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean. You were gonna to take us all with you? She's even making Genocide Jill stutter. Oh my. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious?
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made... Wait, this isn't Sakura's. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. False trial result ending up to kill everyone. She is mad at everyone. Yeah, it makes sense now why she did it. I'm glad that means that she didn't... I mean, I don't know if she ever was really trying to kill Sakura, but she didn't betray her. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. I'm glad she loved Sakura. I'm glad she didn't betray her. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Oh, so Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. Thank you for the hydrate. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
She thought of you as friends, you stupid sons of bitches. You took her out because you were afraid? You were afraid for no reason and she was gonna fight Monokuma for all of you. I'm rubbing my eyes. This sucks. Why does this stupid game have to play with my heart? Hero can go get socked in the jaw. For real. I mean, you expect it from Genocide Jill, but freaking Hero. Sakura. She clearly believed. Oh, there's a Litwick! A Litwick reappeared. I want to catch it this time. I didn't catch it last time. I didn't catch it this time. Rats. Oh, you're using an Ultra Ball this time. Okay. Okay, Mr. Big Guns. Alright, we see how it is. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. They all feared her because she was different. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Heck you, Hero. Misunderstand my fist in your eyeball.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Yeah, so is Monokuma. Monokuma's also so annoying most of the time. I mean, did you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Anthony, don't take Byakuya's side. What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already.
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Monokuma, you twat.
It's
true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. But Marukuma, are you allowed to tamper with the crime scene? I feel like you're cheating. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little. I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. You literally just told us you did something. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? I mean, you coulda. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. There's no will. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. It gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez, talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why, Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. Yeah, until Monokuma creates a new one. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. But she should have faced off with Monokuma. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. I disagree. I disagree.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. There's a wild execute. I do not want this Pokemon either, so I'm just gonna... This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. It's not true, Sakura. It's not the only way. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
this? I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Frick you, Monokuma. I want to punt you, you stupid bear. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean? What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Her? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. She didn't have to die for this, though. This is so stupid. They're making it seem like her suicide was necessary, and it wasn't. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. Don't you damn straight me, hero. I don't trust you with an 8-foot pole. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Boo-hoo-ah. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else. Just kidding. There's also the mastermind.
What
the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Okay, Byakuya, I'm taking those glasses off your face. And I'm feeding them to Hiro.
Here.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of this game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. What? Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. No, you're just miffed because you couldn't figure out this case. We could. What? What's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. But Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Are you gonna help us go after the mastermind, finally? I might have a little bit of a glimmer of respect for you if you do. Wherever master goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Oh. Hey, there you go. There you go, yeah. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? Yes, I can say that for a fact. Because she didn't have to kill herself, she could have stayed alive and still gotten the chance to talk to everyone. How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish
It's the
you
moment
guys?
you've all been waiting for. Punishment time! But there's no one to punish. Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no! Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
And I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. What does that mean? A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What do you mean? I don't want to know. Hero? Are you gonna kill Alter Ego? You monster. You can't though. Alter Ego's already in your systems. You can't. No, no. This means nothing. You're just destroying a laptop. She's already in your system. I'm not even sad because it's not happening. Chihiro didn't even look worried. Now you made a cool statue out of a laptop. Woohoo. Whatever, Monokuma. You're just a turd. This doesn't hurt me at all. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Ooh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but still, when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury. Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him? But he's not dead.
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism, where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop. And I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I'm gonna finish the stream after this because it's already midnight my time. I'm just trying to see where this is gonna end. I couldn't get to go back to my room. Try to find a good ending point. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript. What do you mean?
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Poor Kina. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue? But if it's coming from Monokuma, can we really trust what he's about to say? Do we get to look at the letter ourselves?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. Frick you, Monokuma. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point. Stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have at it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. So she's not really dead? Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you. There's a wild Marini. I spelled it wrong. There's a wild Marini. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was all that about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Munakuma's gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Ooh, yeah, let's get out of here. But Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? Wait, this is Bayaka. How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No.
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. Huh? What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball. Apparently, you still have a death wish. More biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abused give and take. Me! I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Welp, I think this might be the best place we could end things on, you know? It seems like there's something else that's about to happen. I thought we would get to, like, the end of a chapter or something, and then that would be a good place to end on, but this looks like as good a place as any. So, thank you everybody for being here with me on this emotional roller coaster. I promise it won't be so long before I play the next part of this game. I'm gonna have to process what happened to Sakura for a long time. I'm not okay with how things happen. I don't think she's really dead though. Hi, Virial. You got here just as I was leaving. I'm just now signing off, but we're gonna go raid somebody else who's also playing Danganronpa. If I can find somebody else who's also streaming it right now. It looks like there is quite a number of people that are streaming it right now, actually. Very cool. We are going to go raid somebody named Lohi, who looks like they're also playing Trigger Happy Havoc. So I hope they're not further along. It doesn't look like they are farther along in the stream or in the story than we are. But it's always nice to meet some other dingo banganers. And thank you. Figures I'm just getting home from work. Ah, sorry, Imperial. I gotta go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow. But I will be back on tomorrow night to stream some more. Oh wait, no, tomorrow night is Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot tomorrow's a Tuesday. I may or may not be here tomorrow night. I might be here on Wednesday. But you guys have a great day tomorrow, and I'll see you soon. I said goodbye too soon again. I always do that, and then I forget about the raid countdown. And then I sit here awkwardly telling you about how I'm bad. Okay, good night, everybody.